morning, everybody, and welcome. I am now Game Counter Evie, an enrolled member of the Assiniboine Tribe, Fort Peck, Assiniboine, and Sioux. I am also chair of the Elk River Intertribal Center and on my board of directors and a member here at Billings, here at Billings First Congregational Church. We are so glad that you are here with us today. Indigenous Peoples Day, as we celebrate beloved community and creation. May this be a time of repair, restoration of the land, a time of healing and of honoring our ancestors. May our togetherness and the heartfelt words expressed today transform trauma and grief due to colonial violence and systemic racism into a collective pathway forward of justice, of peace, and unity. We gather here today to celebrate the naming of this park, to celebrate the public art installation of local artist Sherri Cornett, and to honor the land and its biodiversity through planting native grasses, chokeberries and goldenberries, native sunflowers, and many other life-giving plants. At this time, I invite Native spiritual leader, addiction counselor, colleague, and friend of Billings First Church, Josiah Huggs, who will lead us in the sacred ceremony of smudge and song.
Thank you. Thank you for I'm honored that you guys have included me into this and come offer this prayer song. And as I sing this song, Walter here, one of my brothers at the drum, is going to take around the smudge so you can smudge yourself as to cleanse yourself, get rid of that negative energy, and then from this moment on, it's time to go to bed. Just live in a good way. Try to handle everything and respond to everything. Go ahead, Walt. Yahoo!
Thank you, Nell. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, Walter. Thank you all so much for being here. And I'm especially grateful to Nell, Josiah, and Walter for calling us into community and into the presence of Creator, for cleansing and blessing us through this sacred ceremony. We're just so grateful. I'm Pastor Lisa Harmon, and I'd like to introduce at this time Nate Moyer, who is our moderator of our church council. He is going to be reading some comments from our conference minister, who is stuck and his plane is not coming in, and so we have prepared remarks from the Reverend Dr. Mark Stewart, who couldn't be with us here today. Nate is going to read those comments as well as some of his own. So I invite our leadership, Nate Moyer.
Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Good evening. In 2013, our denomination, the United Church of Christ, passed a resolution to reject and renounce the doctrine of discovery, which authorized the genocide of indigenous peoples and the theft of their lands. The discovery concept and principle, which dates back to the times of the Crusades, provided the spiritual and physical rationale to conquer and to confiscate other lands, including what is now the United States. The discovery principle was written into law in 1823 as a doctrine to deny land and justify murder and oppression. The doctrine of discovery is a lie. Its consequences resulted in the loss of homeland, physical, spiritual, and cultural violence, genocide, forced removal, language repression, ongoing trauma, and untold losses that continue to present day. We, as a denomination, as the Montana Northwestern Wyoming Conference, and as Billings First Congregational Church, apologize and repent of our complicity in the doctrine of discovery. Today, we seek forgiveness and a path forward that heals us of this history. Under the leadership of Reverend Mike Mulberry and Pastor Lisa Harmon, we have for several years acknowledged that our church and campus sits on the unceded sacred homelands of Crow, Northern Cheyenne, Sioux, and Blackfeet people. As such, we move in conscious awareness of the sacredness of the land, of ancestors, and in deep commitment and relationship with our beloved Native community.
Thank you, Nate. Repent means to turn around. We repent of our past and make known our desire to be guided and shaped by our Native sisters and brothers. We affirm our solidarity with Indigenous resistance and liberation. What we profess on the outside, what we profess on the inside, we make real today on the outside. And so we have a land acknowledgement that we will be putting on the outside here of our building. Thank you, Nate. Thank you. And so towards the end here of our ceremony, we already have holes drilled in under that sign where this land acknowledgement will go on the outside of our building, because we don't want to be a church that just says words that hang inside the sanctuary and collect dust. We want to be a church that brings what we profess out into the public square. And so thank you for being here to witness this land acknowledgement. Thank you, Nate. We are grateful to our Indigenous sisters and brothers who, through their friendship, leadership, and presence, have brought healing to this church and campus in prophetic and ongoing ways to our broader community as well. Nell Eby, Reno Charette, Feline Whiteman, Cora Chandler, Josiah Huggs, Deani Bingham, Lita Pepion, Candy White, Cassie Runs Above, Walter Runs Above, Marilyn Gaughan, Marcy McLean Pollock, Angie McLean Pollock, Siobhan Cornell, David Blaine, Rhonda Whiteman, Charlene Sleeper, Alicia Littlewolf, Kinsley Walks Along, Delora Old Elk, Darlene Wooden Legs, Leonard Smith, Zana Tang, Crystal LaPlante, Kathy Littleleaf, Sienna, Sadie, Jodiah, Nyla, Nevea, Jackson, Sadie Blue, and so many more. Indigenous leaders. My apologies to those I have forgotten to name here. Abby, Ivy, there you are. Those that I have forgotten to name here, you are not forgotten, but are with us today as we recognize our sacred interconnectedness in the web of life. We are blessed to walk the path of reconciliation toward justice and new life with these, our partners and friends on our campus. White Eagle Talking Circle, Billings Urban Indian Health and Wellness Center, Native American Development Corporation, Billings Urban Indian Dancers, Elk River Intertribal Center, the Native American Achievement Center at MSUB, the Native American Coalition, Western Native Voice, Montana Native Vote, New Day Ranch, Rocky Mountain Tribal Leaders, and Missing and Murdered Indigenous Peoples Initiatives. Additionally, we would like to thank the following for lovingly caring for the land and creating a space for all. So no matter where one is on their journey, they might know that they belong and are welcome here. And so we thank Josiah Huggs and White Eagle Talking Circle volunteers who helped in the very beginning when we started the first phase of this park, Josiah, right over here. We are so grateful to Emily Powell, her daughters Ziona and Marley, Martina Manyguns, Grace Catalas, Charlene Sleeper, Nell Eby, the Downtown Billings Alliance, and the Downtown Billings Business Improvement District, Joe Stout, James Chandler, Adam Roebling, Peaks to Plains Design, Kyle and Transition Landscaping, Brian Epley, Greg Kruger, Billings First Congregational Church, and our church council, and Dr. Ronald Burnham, who we have recognized with a plaque here today with gratitude and memory of Dr. Ronald Burnham, whose vision was that this would be a place of radical hospitality and welcome to all peoples. We thank Donna Forbes, Tom Howard, Reverend Mike Mulberry, our good friend and colleague that we miss so much, Sherri Cornett, Carrie Boyder, Amanda Boyer and her precious family, Kara Gunhild and her daughters Ellie and Layla, who are here with us today, Morgan Satterfield, Greg Anderson, and Sarge. And now, among those we thank, I invite activist and organizer Charlene Sleeper, if she is here, to come forward. Oh, I don't see Charlene, no? She missed her bus, she's on her way. Well, if she arrives, we'll make time for Charlene and her reflections. It really is a glorious day that in the midst of pandemic and pain that we get to be together. It has long been a desire of the church that this space would be a place of acceptance, of radical hospitality, of rest and creativity. We again remember Dr. Ron Burnham for his contribution. I think that Ron and especially Sue Betts are smiling on us for the ways that this park has developed over the last several years, for this naming celebration today, and for making space for public art. Art breaks barriers. It connects us, it compels us, it comforts us, and it teaches us. I am so grateful for the day that artist Sherri Cornett walked into my life and said, "Hey, do you want to partner on a grant or 3? Sherri is an incredible artist, activist, visionary, and community organizer, and she's also become a good friend. Sherri, would you please come forward and share your gift, your public art installation, Community Grove, with us?
breath. This is such a lovely evening, even with the wind. Thank you, Nell, and Josiah, and Nate, helping us understand the history of this day and a call to stand in solidarity with our Native communities, and especially to Lisa, without whose vision this park would not have evolved. A little bit of background, because I get a lot of questions about this. After many moves around the country, the one to Billings 27 years ago was my 14th move. And it taught me to strive to connect in community and put down roots. And these became not only necessities, but a passion and a basis for my advocacy, curatorial, and art work. My brother and I were free-range kids, running wild in the forest and fields wherever we lived. We created special spaces out of branches and grasses, between the roots of trees and within stands of shrubs. And we invited the neighbor kids to join us. Our grandmother taught us how to make nests for critters, sometimes imaginary ones, out of grasses and flowers, and to place them in the garden and under the house. This weaving became a common practice in my art, a bringing together of individual items into a connected whole. These pieces, peace, which has the nests in it, comfort, which is the marbles over there, the egg sacs, rest, which is the glass disc here, and ease, which are these copper balls, form the community grove within this park, an embraced protective space, much like the thickets that grow along the river that form spaces for seeds to collect, for animals and insects to build nests, not unlike those spaces my brother and I created. My dream was to create an embracement, a place for listening, healing, justice, joy, and an awakening to a world where we share our experiences and commonalities and develop a curiosity and respect for our differences, to find reasons to support and care for each other. And this grove is itself embraced by the plants around us, the park as a whole, and the physical church, the organizations that are housed inside that support so many communities, the beautiful intent that Lisa and the church leaders shepherd. The open arms of the congregation and the overarching projection of acceptance, generosity, and nurturance. I found much joy in this project, and as it has evolved, I have learned more about the park's possibilities through the kind folks who helped this along, including how the park could be important to the indigenous members of our community. This has been a deeply heartfelt experience, and I thank you all for joining us today. And don't forget to vote if you haven't done so already.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, a round of applause and so many thanks to Sherri. Thank you so much. What a gift to this space and a gift to the community at large, and we are grateful. Thank you. Now, would you join me now? As taught by First Nations people and the Bible, the earth, the land does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. So too, this church building does not belong to us, but is given for Creator's purpose, love, peace, and unity. Today, this is a new place of humility, understanding, solidarity, and relationship.
So on this Indigenous Peoples Day, let this gathering be a sign of promise, of physical, cultural, environmental, and spiritual healing.
Welcome to Intertribal Community Park.
Spiritual and community leader and friend Walter Runs Above will close us out in sacred prayer and song.
Check. You guys hear me? Good? Right on? Alright. Give the thumbs up. It's really an honor to be here tonight, to be a part of this joyous Peoples Day. Around the world, there's a lot of things that are being celebrated. You know, if you go on to Facebook, you see social distancing powwow. You know, you'll see the MVP. They're starting up. You know, there's a lot of celebration going on right now, and I can't help to think back, you know, to growing up in Fort Peck Indian Reservation as a young kid and visiting relatives in Lame Deer, Montana, and being a part of any time it came to Native American Heritage Week or Columbus Day. You know, that's what I knew it as. And then my dad, my parents, my grandma, they would always show a little bit more of our Lakota side, our Assiniboine side, our Cheyenne side. They sing more songs or learn more histories and truths. And you know, as I got older and he started to realize the wrong history was taught to us all these years. The wrong history is taught to us. It's not too late to tell the truth, to tell the right history, to continue on, you know, those legacies of leaders such as Red Cloud, Little Wolf, you know, Wild Hog, Standing Buffalo, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, Touch the Clouds, you know, even Plenty Coups, you know, those leaders like that. And we have a lot of awesome stories that are yet to be told. And the only difference in between our histories and non-native history is that non-native history is written in a book, and ours is told through song, told through ceremony, or through dances and things like that. And so today we were up at MSUB throwing arrows, learning the arrow game of the Apsalaka people, you know, and having a fun time doing it. Probably going to be really sore tomorrow, you know, throwing 47 yards, 47 yards, you know, it's a long ways, you know, so, but it was fun. I enjoyed it, celebrated my life today. I'm very happy to have my wife and my daughters here. My son's over there practicing with the senior high football team, and it's very, very awesome to be here amongst each and every one of you, friends and family, relatives, people that are here. People that are here are the ones that were meant to be here. You know, even online or news channels or Gazette, whatever, it's going to get the voice out. It's going to get the story out there. And each and every one of you are going to have your own stories. And so I've been singing prayer songs, I don't know, for a long time. My daughters, you know, they sing with me, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I heard a song today that really took me back to my dad. One of my brothers that runs the social distancing powwow online, you know, he honored us, and he sang one of my dad's songs. My dad was a well-known singer, songmaker amongst powwow country, and this particular song that he made for runners, you know, that were long-distance runners. It was down there in California, and he asked the Badlands singers at that time to sing a song, and so they asked it. My dad came up with this song, and it was for the victories of those runners. And if anybody here is a cross-country runner or that ran, you know, we all know what it's like to run, and it's hard, it hurts, and it's one way that Creator lets us know that we're still here, is through that pain. But on the other side of it, the balance of it is the happiness too. So when I sing this song, it's one of my dad's songs. It's a victory song not a victory song, it's just a very, very uplifting song. And as I sing this song, you know, for this beautiful masterpiece that we have here in honor of all the tribes represented across Montana, or across the, you know, Turtle Island, you know, I'm going to sing this song, I'm going to share the song, and I want to ask you guys in your own mind, even online or wherever, I want to ask you guys, close your eyes and envision yourself dancing, feeling good, defeating this virus, this COVID pandemic, because there's a lot of people out there suffering and hurting. There's a lot of people that are scared that never got it. You know, I hope you never get it. You know, me and my family, you know, we experienced something like this, and it was really, it's hard. It's a tough virus. So when I'm singing this song, envision yourself getting down, dancing, moving. The Creator gave you all movements. You know, we can move every part of our body. You know, and think of your families. Think of your family dancing, having fun, smiling, enjoying each other, enjoying everything that you see here. So I just want to share that much, and I'm very honored. My sister Lisa asked me to be a part of this. I'm very honored to be a part of our church here. We've been coming here for a while now, and Sister Cora, you know, she started the native dance group. We get to come in this basement, jam out a little bit. So there's a lot of things to celebrate. Celebrate your life, live your life to the best that you can. Take care of one another, respect one another, love each other. Just little simple teachings like that. So I'm going to sing this, my dad's song, and I just want you guys to feel good, you know, feel good. And I wish and pray the Creator watch over you, give us a good day tomorrow, you know, like that, in a good way. So.
Thank you, Brother Walter, so much. Thank you for blessing this space. Thank you for your beautiful prophetic words for us here tonight. And thank you all for joining us. I'd ask you all to join us as we walk down towards the end of the building, and some tall folk like Josiah or maybe some other tall folk can help us put the signs in. And if you'd like to take a picture, we'd be honored to have you a part of putting the signs on the building so that we can make known what we profess of who we are here at Billings First Congregational Church. And welcome to Intertribal Community Park, a park for the people. Thank you so much. Intertribal Community Park. And Josiah and Nate. And Ron.
Yes.
Woo!
He's the one that named the Elk River.
I know.
Yes, his name is Ron.
Wonderful.
Artistic. I respect it so much.
And just so you know too, that we had electricity put in the park here, so people can come, they can sit in the park, they can charge their phones if they need to connect to family. We also have public Wi-Fi in the park as well, so that is a park for everybody, especially those needing to connect, and we're just so grateful. You all are live. Do you want to give it up for everybody on Facebook? Woo! All right. Thank you all so much. Really